Today, on Issue at Hand, I love Batman, but I'm never gonna watch Gotham. This is Issue at Hand, Polygon's show about the strange world of comics. I'm your host, Susana, and today I'm going to tell you about Gotham Central. Gotham Central was an ongoing DC Comics series that ran for about 4 years, which is pretty impressive for a book that never sold consistently well. What's even more impressive? All the Harvey and Eisner Awards it won. I discovered Gotham Central well after it had ended, because when it was coming out, I was a young, stupid idiot who thought that a Batman comic that wasn't about Batman sounded like a trick. Now, it's one of my favorite ongoing series of all time. It takes place in one of my favorite periods of Batman continuity, it features one of my favorite secondary characters, and it shows a superhero universe from one of my favorite angles. Not to mention, Rucka and Brubaker, the two authors of the series, are some of my favorite Batman writers. Like the TV show Gotham, Gotham Central is about cops in Gotham. Batman pretty much doesn't appear in it at all. Instead, it's a procedural about the quirks of trying to be a good cop in a deeply corrupt city full of supervillains, many of whom have deadly powers. But where Gotham was set for some baffling reason, shortly after the murder of the Waynes, Gotham Central takes place squarely in the fully fledged continuity of Batman in the mid-2000s. Gotham Central's spiritual predecessor was Rucka and Brubaker's crossover story, Officer Down. In it, Commissioner Gordon is almost fatally shot by an unknown assailant. Detectives Renee Montoya and Crispus Allen find the gunman, but their evidence is circumstantial. They have to get him to confess. For most of the story, Montoya, a Gotham native, and Allen, who began his career in Metropolis, clash over whether it's ethical to threaten the shooter with turning him over to the Batman. Ultimately, the guy walks free because of the limits of relying on confession by intimidation.
I don't know. I swear to God.
Swear to me!
Rucka and Brubaker wrote Officer Down to prove to DC editorial that they could make a story about normal cops in Gotham City, and one with a climax that was about the legal implications of relying on vigilante justice that was still incredibly compelling. And it worked. In Gotham Central, Batman might appear in only 3 panels in a given story, but his influence is everywhere, in everything the expansive cast of characters do, and so are his villains, at the height of their infamy. For example, in the very first scene of the very first issue, Detective Marcus Driver and his partner follow up on a routine lead and run into Mr. Freeze. He freezes Marcus's partner solid and shatters him into pieces while he watches. Another example? Stacy is a temp, and technically she doesn't work directly for the Gotham City Police, which, because of established legal precedent, makes her the only person in the department who is allowed to turn on the bat signal without jeopardizing an ongoing investigation. A lot of this sounds kind of clever or funny in description, but Gotham Central's fully fleshed out characters ground all of it in a real sense of how demoralizing it is to be one of a few good cops in a very bad city, while your best ally is someone who flaunts all of the rules that you have to adhere to. Gotham Central's award-winning Half a Life story arc lays out Renee Montoya's life as a closeted lesbian in a largely homophobic police force and a conservative Christian Latino family. And then it disrupts it when Harvey Dent, that's right, Two-Face, outs her to everyone she knows and frames her for murder. He does it because in his twisted mind he believes that she was living 2 lives, just like him, and that if he destroyed them, she would recognize that they belonged together. And don't get me started about how Rucka handles Gotham Central's tie-in story for, of all comics, Infinite Crisis, the biggest, most sci-fi magic parallel universe comic shenanigans crossover that DC had done in 20 years. It's a brilliant, sad, and frightening look at how lost the average citizen of the DC universe is during its regularly occurring apocalyptic cosmic events. But back to my point. This is why I never started watching Gotham, because I knew I'd just be comparing it to Gotham Central in my head. And honestly, that's not fair to Gotham. Also, I hear it's just kind of trash television. I mean, not that I have anything against trash television. Some of my best friends are trash television. Next time, on Issue at Hand, I'm going to explain what the fuck is going on in Thor Ragnarok. I discovered Gotham Central well after it... Gotham Central was an ongoing DC Comics series that ran for about 4 years, which is a pretty impressive... I keep saying a pretty impressive. Not that I have anything against trash television. So I'll do that again, because I said television wrong.